everyone, and welcome back to my show. This video is about what to do when you have really, really long hair. And shortly after finishing this video, I chopped all my hair off. And so now it's what cows like to call a moot point. This is a little bit of a tutorial mainly on how I tease wigs. And so hopefully if you're into wig styling, you'll find that interesting. And if not, and you want to stick around anyway, it can be kind of cool to just like know what's happening with me and in my situation. I hope everyone has a happy holiday, and I hope you all enjoy the next installment of Wigs and Sewing. How's it going? It's at home with Alexis. Hi. Here's the thing. I have big hair. It's now hurting to be inside wigs so much. Like the hair, if I braid it, if I pin curl it, if I try to flat wrap it, which I've never done successfully, it like pulls right here. It's starting to annoy me. It's starting to annoy Darby. So I'm gonna try something. I have two wigs here. They're very pretty, and I like the wave in them. What I'm gonna attempt to do, I think Thor does this. I think I'm gonna cut a hole in like here somewhere, and I'm gonna have my hair in a ponytail, and then I'll put this on, and then I'll wrap the ponytail in a bun, and then I have a gorgeous space for me to put this second wig on and have like a half up ponytail or something. First things first, I'm gonna brush my hair, I'm gonna put it up in a ponytail, and then I'm gonna see where the lines up, and I'm gonna see, okay, so I'm gonna see what happens. Hold on. Okay, I have a ponytail. It's not too high. It's like, don't look at that. Don't look at me. It's not too high. Okay. Now let's just like do this. By the way, do not ever do your wigs like this and then flip them over if they're styled. It pisses me off. Pick up the wig like that. Like it's facing away, and you're just doing like that, and then you go around, bring it around, and then do forehead, you know, and then you can pull this back like so. Okay. Okay, so my ponytail's like back here. My wig, hold on. Don't look at this. I don't ever want to dye my hair, but I really like this color. But that's the thing about me, is like I try on different colors all the time. I don't feel the need to ever dye my hair. But I also used to work at a salon, and I know how much they charge you, and it's criminal. It's just criminal that things are so expensive. It's not criminal that they're charging you. Don't take my words. Don't mix up my words. I feel like it's like right here. Have you ever seen those hats, those ponytail hats? What if I just cut a slit long ways? I don't think it's gonna mess with like the infrastructure of the wig. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna use these. I'm just gonna do it. This is a really nice wig, and it was only like $30 on a website. So I've made a little snippet. I'm just gonna go down. I think I've cut some hair, so that's okay. And I'm gonna go a little bit up. Sorry. Should I make like an X? Let me just stop here and see what happens. Okay, wait. Let me stop here. I don't want my hair to get tangled up with the... So what if I do this? Wait. I don't want my hair to get all mixed in with this hair. Maybe I should have thought of this. Okay, how about this? Oh, well, wait a minute. It's like a... Have you ever seen that movie Malevolence or whatever? Okay, well, so now this is just a this is just a scrunchie. This is just a scrunchie now. Hello, wait. wait. Is it doing it? Okay, it's doing it, but my hair is definitely getting like caught up in this hair. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Oh my God. I haven't felt a wig fit in so long. This is cool. Did you guys know that wigs can fit your head? Nobody ever told me that. Okay, I'm not joking. This is cool. So what I'd probably do here is I'd add a little bit of, I don't have any hair stuff. Let me go get my hair stuff. Hi, me again. I'm missing a little bit of footage. But this is where I take the one wig with the hole that I just freshly cut. I put that to the side, and then I take the second identical wig, I pin it to the wig block, and then you'll get to see what I do next. This is the viral TikTok unbrush that I have been using because it really does work. I'm just gonna brush everything all nice and smooth, one direction. Not the band, the descriptor, the action, verb. Is it? Okay, now there are a ton of, that is so rude. It's also kind of cunt. Will this one do it? How did that happen? There are many ways to tease a wig. Thick boar bristle brushes, the big wonders, other things. I've been using this lately. This is a Calm Air 105 cell cone, but it's just like a teasing comb with pick on the other opposite end. And there's little ridges in here. You wanna hold it like this, and you wanna have it light enough that you can do pencil. Do you remember doing pencil? Do you remember doing rubber pencil? Science is real and climate change is real. So you take your wig. I'm actually gonna section out. I really want, what's the thing where it's a problem every time? It's not like a white whale. It's like my affliction is that I can never get it smooth enough like how I see on the internet. And I know some of them are doctored, some of them are like photoshopped, but I want them to be smooth. But I think the way that you do it is you like section out the front bit and you just try and keep that separate. But actually, no, it doesn't matter because it's gonna be, I'll show you why it won't matter. I'm just gonna like do a light teasing kind of all over, and then I'm gonna brush it out and make it, so instead of here, it'll be like here. And I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a little straight section like back. This is a brand new wig, so I maybe should spray it with something just to get the fibers tacky. In fact, I'm going to. This is a frizz and static control spray, but it adds texture. But you can use like a, let's count how many times I dropped my comb. That's one. I saw someone do this, and then when I worked at a makeup store, they had it, so I got it. And I think it works, but I also don't know. You just keep trying stuff. Dry shampoo really works. The Big Sexy Hair dry shampoo powder, volumizing powder, that really works. And I think this is like a lighter version of that. I've got my section here, and this is just a real quick, basic teasing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do in sections like boom, 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 boom. And what I mean by that is this section is only this big, but I'm gonna tease it sideways. Boom. They're like little rectangular, like the long Lego size blocks. Think of like a long Lego with 8 knobs, like 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then that's a section. And then I'm gonna go next section, next section, next. So like all side by side. But for right now, it's facing you, but I have it to the side. I comb it all up. So where it's all one direction. I'm gonna spray it with this. I should be, hold on. I'm right-handed, so I'll do it this way. Okay. I'm gonna spray it with this. Comb it through a little bit. Okay, now teasing is like, so I'm just going like down, but I have the thing at an angle kind of up. So this is flat to the head. This is kind of going up, and I have it going down. And sometimes I'll even like flatten it out as I go. 1, 2, 3. And then like, sometimes I'll go this way actually, that way. And then I'll kind of brush them out. But then I feel like this is really teaseled. And then I'll take that whole section again and I'll get everything back up. So this looks like crazy, right? But when you do this, you pick it, you just put it in flat and you pull it down, the teasing, and then you go like this and you take the edge and you put it all back up. So yeah, that's like, how many? That's 3 inches of height right there. But then obviously like you'll take this end, smoothing out is the craziest part for me because I don't think I have the patience for it. But you take the ends and you just put this much of the tips, this much, just the tips in, and you glide it out. You want to have a really light touch. And then you can take the ends, just the ends of the teeth, and then you can pack it down. And then you just keep doing this, but the only problem is you have to do it all over and it takes forever. Do you understand? So that's why it sucks. But that's why they're so expensive. And you throw on a show, you throw on a YouTube playlist. It's not an unenjoyable way to spend your time. It's kind of fun. So, let's see. You also I think I see James Mansfield. I think she just goes and does all of the teasing and then goes and smooths it out after. So I think I'm gonna do that just because I don't want to do this. But I'm gonna take another little section, a long Lego. If I show you, can you see? So that way. This is right next, and I'm doing a rectangle. And do you see? Little square rectangle. Okay. Make sure it's all lined up and ready to go, because you have to be like, it's kind of like life, like you have to be, when you're doing a new project, it's best to be well rested, everything going the same way, your life in order. You got to start from by the way, if there is ever a wig stand that's affordable that doesn't break within 3 months of using, actually screw affordable, I would pay $1,000 for that. I go through wig stands here. Probably why I don't like to do wigs anymore that much is because it's such a fuss to get a wig stand that works. I look crazy and I'm gonna regret this. And next episode, I'm gonna be a full beat because I don't like how I look. Okay, ready? So I'm just gonna go down 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, and I kind of brush it. Yeah, it's good to brush it up as you're doing it. And then maybe and then you can kind of 1, 2, 3, but there's this fluff here. You can kind of dig those out. And so it kind of all scrunches together, but then it fans out in a new beautiful way. That girl on TikTok, Smack McCreamer or whatever, where she pretends to be things like paper bags and stuff. Anyway. Okay, and then I'm gonna press it all down because that's locking in. All right, so you just do it. You just do that. And you just keep trying to figure it out. And then at the end, okay, so I'm gonna do the rest. I'm gonna keep an eye on the time. What time is it? It's almost noon. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna see where I'm at once it's all teased. Okay? Okay, I've dropped my comb 2 more times, and I forgot to say that when I do this, I've done the whole kind of front section, I like to spray a little bit in between, and I also like to take this pick and just like stick it in flat and kind of go down, like elevator down, just to really pack it in. And some of it, because some of it's gonna come out later, but I just want as much, like, I think the idea is to get all the teasing down so that way when you brush it later, you can, at a certain spot, you can brush it all the way through and there's no teasing or stopping. It's just like, instead of brushing from the scalp, you're brushing like the mids and ends, and it's like letting you do it because there's no teasing throughout this. I think that's the idea. No one knows. Here we go. And then I like to spray it. Just like to try and get it to hold for a long time. I don't know. These are things I'm trying lately. And like, just kind of get in there, you know? Sports. Okay, it's only 12:23. So that was nearly 25, 30 minutes. And I've already got everything done. So I'm just gonna go back through, try and smooth out the middle as much as I can. And then I'm gonna go around the edges. And that's... So real talk, this is actually 2026 when I'm recording this voiceover, but this was done in 2025. So, hey, that's the past. Okay, shows that I'm watching: Spartacus, House of Asher, and obviously right there, I'm watching some sort of RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh. I did it. And I did it. I'm gonna just smooth her out. She's a little lopsided. That could be funny. And I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen. Great, she's gonna do that, and I'm gonna continue to talk. Oh, that's Tresemme. Okay, Tresemme number 4. I said it in the old wig styling video that we did years and years ago when I was deep undercover as a boy, and it was in the before times. It was before COVID even. I was a mere intern. Sometimes I miss those days. That internship program was excellent. There were no benefits. It wasn't paid, but it was fun, you know? It was about doing it for the art. Anyway, I need somebody to please be watching Spartacus, House of Asher. Trigger warning, it's really gory, bloody, but it's like Game of Thrones. It's like political intrigue with gladiators. There's gay, there's so much gratuitous male nudity. I mean, there's a lot of gratuitous female nudity too. But for once, I would say it's even. It's an even split. That's me covering Drag Race, so you can't see that I'm watching it. That's years ago. That's last year when we were covering Drag Race England or Britain or something. I don't know. But anyway, I love Spartacus, House of Asher. And then to go also back and to be watching original Spartacus, original recipe is so freaking satisfying. That show was filled with gay diva icons like Cersei, Khaleesi, Game of Thrones. Yes, y'all don't know anything about Lucretia and Ilithia. Those two are almost as good as this Pump It Up Gold that I always use for everything. So actually about wigs, you spray the Tresemme, you heat it with you heat it with the air dryer on a medium setting, and then you kind of put your finger there to smooth out all the globs and gloops, and you make it smooth. You let it cool, and then you go in with the Pump It Up Gold. Now this is where the magic happens. You ever want to double stack a wig? This is one way to do it. Sometimes I cut off the entire lace, but this time I'm actually just cutting off the lace like you would a normal wig. So if I wanted to, I could go back in and reuse this wig. These are elasticated threads. This is elastic thread. It's not too thin, not too thick. And this, that's Kevin's butt. That's my roommate's butt. That's called a bodkin. It's a needle that can be, or like a yarn needle, but I like the term bodkin. And I'm just going to weave it all the way around. What I'm doing is creating like a big scrunchie so I can pull the kind of hole of the wig, the opening of the wig, and make it basically a ponytail. So you're going to watch me do that. Excuse me for clearing my throat. My roommate Kevin, he's
He's bothering me, but he's really not. I actually very much love when he comes down and says hi. Don't tell him. He has a reputation to keep up. But yeah, we have fun. He's my visitor in the studio today. Last time we had Rachel. This time is Kevin. And oh, what was that? What did he say?
Kevin, you want to be in my video?
Drag Race UK.
Well, you're in it.
The Snatch Game with a sexy new twist.
What are you doing?
I'm putting this underneath your desk to give it that lift so it's not sitting on books. And it's like, just like this much too tall. But I think you can lift up your desk and it'll fit perfect.
He's worried because the last time he helped me put something together, it fell off the wall. But I actually did most of the putting this together, so I think it's solid. You don't have anything to say in response, do you?
My retort is that bitch found this on the street, and I don't trust that.
Do you know how many things you have on the street? From on the street? No, we're doing this off camera. Do you know how many things that you have brought home from off the street?
Yeah.
A lot. All of your rugs are from off the street.
No. And it's not held together by like a couple screws.
Hey, guess what? Desks are held together by a couple of screws.
Yeah, but the weight distribution doesn't always sit on those couple of screws.
I'm just making a bit that we're fighting. I'm just making a bit that we're fighting. I'm actually really appreciative of everything you've done to help me.
Alexis, why are you such an insufferable bitch?
Hey! You know only Darby can talk to me like that.
Can't she?
Okay, and I didn't get footage of this either. Don't be mad at me. This is about teasing. All right, but I styled up the front of the wig, the front of the first wig, the cut wig, the snipped wig, and I got all fancy and I pulled my own hair through, and boy, did that feel fun walking to Darby's house. Felt like pay no attention to the woman behind the curtain bangs. Sorry. Okay, we are in Darby's guest bathroom, and I have the other wig right here. Oh, that's a brush. And then I have some pins. So let's see how this works, shall we? This is Gorilla. So I'm just gonna like do a bun. I don't know if you can be seen. And I'm just gonna stick some guys in there. Okay, that's only 2, but I'm gonna do 2 more for good measure. Kind of a north, south, east, west situation. Okay, then there's combs in here that I'm helping do it. Hold it like that. And then I'm just gonna like wrap it around. And I'm just gonna pin it. And then I'm gonna pin some more just in these, just to make sure it stays. Okay, and I'm not doing any crazy dancing. Zhuzh it a little. Bob's your uncle. Well, not my uncle. Jim Bob's my uncle. He's nice. He's a musician. We did it. We did it, Joe. Okay, what I liked about this wig is it goal achieved, fit my head way better, wasn't bulky, it wasn't pulling at the like right here. I feel like it pulls and it creates indentions. I get the worst tension headache. With the ponytail, it was so much easier. I could do a better job securing it to my own hair, and I will in the future. But yeah, I like this so much. It is so much preferable to like, and even though I cut my hair and it doesn't matter anymore and it's just a little bit easier, I'm still gonna do this because as long as I can get my hair in a ponytail, that's all I need. Or like a high bun, I guess. Things I would do different. I think it's just the attaching, but since it's by nature something that you would have to attach onto the front one, I think it's just securing it better. I maybe would do it a little higher. It was a little far back, and I like that for me. I like how it gave me like, you could still see it up at the top of my head, but it wasn't too big and it wasn't too forward. That would have been worse. But because it's heavy and it was leaning further back than I maybe would have done, it was a little bit like at the end there. But I loved it. I think if you have long hair like me, you should definitely give this a try. Also, if you don't have hair like me, the process of double stacking is the exact same, but instead of your own hair, you just attach like grocery bags. You can put a little bit of cotton in a wig cap and sew it in, or just pin it in if you want. And then just pin the wig, or you can use zip ties to zip tie the wig. Double stacks are so much easier than people realize. Like I heard about double stacks, but then before I knew how to do them, I was like, oh, I'll never be able to do that. But it's not as hard as you think. They're still more expensive because you're doing twice the work and you're having to like connect it and make sure it's secure and it's not too heavy. So you still pay those prices. Those prices are valid. But yeah, I think all in all, this was a 10 out of 10. We'll definitely do this again. I love this. I think my favorite way of joining wigs though is I had 2 wigs. Don't look at anything. I just wore this one as a Dorothy look and people really liked it, and I really like it too, because this is also, there's so much hair in it. I took 2 wigs and I cut off the lace of one of them, and then I seam ripped the tracks and I just individually sewed them in to this wig. So if you look here, you can kind of see, yeah, this is all hand stitching. Like sometimes I did like chunks of wefts or individual wefts completely. And I just sewed them all in right back here. And there's so much hair, but it's not super, super heavy. And like, it's really dense all the way to the end. And I had this in a completely different style. I just took 10 minutes to like rejudge the front, spray it down, and then put 2 braids in, and boom. So yeah, maybe I'll show you that someday, because I think I want to do one of these for Darby. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope this was interesting. If not, go watch Twin Window. I mean, I don't watch, because I don't think twins are natural. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I found a piece of jalapeno cream cheese bagel in my hair. I'm having such a strange morning. Okay. I feel so cute. Okay, hold on. Let me clean up my mess because Darby, she does keep track of what's where.